And yes, we're back. We're back again in Train Sim. We're back for attempt 2 of trying to do this. If you're watching on Twitch, a new attempt if you're watching this on YouTube. We had a few technical difficulties with the Twitch stream, in that chat wasn't showing up. So I had to end the stream, and also realised I was doing a journey that I'd done lots of times before. So quit and come back in again. Now, hopefully, if someone does say something in chat, it will appear. Because I just did a test and it worked. So hopefully now it does work. But we've changed bits of the country. We're now doing London to Peterborough. We're going to do the staff train. Class 365 EMU. First Capital Connect. An early morning passenger service from Peterborough to King's Cross Station. That's going to be 4 o'clock in the morning. It's going to be dark though, isn't it? Because I've just called the title that. I should have looked at this thing. I don't plan anything, do I? You can't get rid of me that easily. Yeah, chat's working now, thankfully. It might get light. It's summer, so it might get light. Right, we'll try this one then. Right, well, at least chat's working now. I don't know what it was. I just restarted OBS and it worked. But yeah, that the journey we were doing before on Twitch, I'd done several times anyway, so could do something else. Yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, Train Sim is making a return to YouTube on every other Tuesday. So fortnightly on YouTube is going to be Train Sim on a Tuesday. Fortnightly on the other week is going to be Flight Sim on a Thursday. As well as the normal content from me, OMSI on a Monday, Tourist Bus on a Wednesday, Fern Bus on a Friday. And currently, anyway, Euro Truck on a Saturday. And apparently there's a July sale now on. Steam. I've only tackled Steam a couple of times. It's just really, really difficult. I haven't done the American stuff for a while. I should really do some heavy haul, the CSX stuff. That would be quite cool to do. Oh, it's not dark. That was zooming. Right, this morning you're scheduled to drive your train from Peterborough to King's Cross, collecting passengers from Huntingdon, St Neots, Sandy, Biggleswade, Ardesley, Hitchin, Stevenage and Nebworth, Welling North, Welling Garden City, Hatfield, Potters Bar, New Barnet, Oakley Park, New Southgate, Alexandra Palace, Finsbury Park and King's Cross, where you'll pick up your final passengers to complete your shift. Start by opening your doors and collect your first passengers from Peterborough Station. That's a lot of stops. Right, have we got lights on? I haven't got lights on. That seems a bit blustery. Let's make that as a thumbnail. There we go. Yeah, you can hear the wind. It's definitely a bit windy. It's an early morning trip, 10 past 4 in the morning. So a bit of a trek ahead all the way down to King's Cross. I have Train Sim 19, but I've not figured out how to open the doors on some trains. Some of the trains you actually have to press the buttons in the train to open the doors. You can't actually do it via the panel here. You have to press the buttons in the train itself. Successful stop. Ready to proceed to Huntington. 17 miles. Hello, Discord lied and said you're doing Bristol to Exeter. I was doing Bristol to Exeter, and now I'm not. Right, so I'm switching tracks. does look a bit gloomy out there. Oh, that's some first lot of speeding. God, yeah, I'm not in... I'm in the career mode for this one. God, this is going to end badly, isn't it? Oh, 100 mile an hour. Don't forget to stop at the next train station. Yeah, I'll try to, Alaska Trucker. Which is Huntingdon. So yeah, good to be back in Train Sim. I did want to have it return to the channel. But the way that my schedule was before, I was doing 7 videos a week. Which just became a bit too much, to be honest. So I had to back off for a while until I can get myself into a position where I can hopefully one weekend or every other weekend stream some Train Sim like this and then put that out on YouTube. Obviously we do a flight stream on a Sunday, and then hopefully again once schedules allow back on a Wednesday, so that'll go out on a Thursday. Surprisingly, not many people on board a train at 4 o'clock in the morning. Even by the time we come into King's Cross, it's going to be quiet. Don't forget, if you are watching this live, then Saturday night, tonight, is multiplayer ETS 2. Trucking and Tunes on a Saturday night, starting at 6:30 PM. Always look forward to that. Good fun. So you can't put that up on YouTube because we play music. Oh, we've got a 100 limit coming up, so you better be careful. Oh God. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this service that isn't Bristol to Exeter. Please check the seat pocket in front of you for the next of kin card, where you can nicely fill out your bank details, passwords to all social media accounts, phone numbers, and of course your next of kin. The next stop is Huntingdon. Change here for services north, south, east and west. Thanks for travelling with Sims and stuff. Very good. Thanks, Liam. So I don't want to slow down, but I don't want to speed up. It does look nice, this thing. Obviously not diesel, so it's not up there with me as far as what I like to drive, but that bit of wind noise going on is quite nice. It's not too quiet. I had to keep it simple. We like simple. I was looking forward to joining the multiplayer, but both American Truck and Euro Truck is not working for me at the moment. Oh, that's a shame, Alaska. Hopefully you can get them working soon. There. That was a very one-sided horn. Very straight track, which is great from getting from point A to point B quickly, but not great, I should imagine, for being a train driver. So how many stops? There's quite a few stops, isn't there? So Huntingdon is next in 10 miles. Then St Neots, Sandy. What the hell's Sandy? Never heard of it. Biggleswade, and some other places I haven't heard of. Afternoon, Sam. How are we doing? I'm slightly late on the whistle, horn, whatever the thing it is. The noise maker. So we are whipping along quite nicely. So Steve, how privileged do you feel to have a Hull darts champion in your Discord? Very. We should bow or curtsy accordingly. Bing. Why can't they make it so the mouse disappears if it's left there too long? Why isn't that a thing? If Omzi can do it. The Noisemaker 3000 from Bimford. Well, his chat's working now, because that was a whole thing. We had no chat working. For a main line that this is, I haven't seen that many other trains. What, 2? You'd think it'd be fairly busy. Being London to Peterborough. You should bow down and call me master. Let me think about that. I'll come back to you. Right. 8 miles, is that? Yeah. So still flat out. Master something, that's for sure. Well, yeah, that's a, yeah. The one that, well, allegedly was in Captain Pugwash, but actually wasn't. It's quite nice. It's gloomy. I actually quite like the fact that it's gloomy because we're up north, so it's going to be gloomy. It's going to get sunnier the more south we come. I felt like a champion when I hit 100% in Omzi. Yes, 100%. I've never got 100%. It's like getting the air conditioning in Fernbus. I've never got more than about 94% for the air conditioning because it's like, what? It depends on what they want. You're always going to get one person that wants it hotter than everybody else. So you're never going to satisfy everybody, are you? Yeah, surely we would have seen a few more trains coming the other way by now. One would have hoped, anyway. You're up north. You're down south, actually. You're below Sheffield. Well, it's north to me. Oh god, we're going to start this old north discussion again, aren't we? Anything north of Birmingham is north. Birmingham's in the middle. Is this take 7? This is take 2. The first one was fine. It's just the chat wasn't working. Well, this is a better route anyway. Heading into London. This image is pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I took it myself. Oh, okay. Well, you just screenshot it then. F12. Or print screen it. Right, 3 miles to go. Taken. Good afternoon. This thing isn't going any faster than 102, is it? Jesus, good morning. Because he's not from around these parts. Right, so will we actually stop at the first stop? Because if we do, we're on a winner. Oh, I see lights. We tried taking a picture of the F12, it didn't work. Actually, I don't know if it does in the bus company sim. When you're in OMSI it will, but I don't think that bit in the bus company sim does. You could do a print screen. You don't count Scotland when you're measured north-south in England. Have a word with yourself. I'm in London in 3 weeks. Going to go a chippy and ask for sausage and chips with chip spice and a bread cake. That'll go well. Yeah, it won't. Right, single yellows. The next one could be red. So be prepared to stop. Yeah, internet issues, not good. Next one's after the station. Well, I'm just being prepared. Oh, the middle's the best bit, you reckon? The middle is full of peasants. Yeah, the app's not bad for bus company sim, but can't really do a lot with it. Apart from the chat. And I can pay bills from the app. I think I'm actually going to successfully stop at a station. Yay, I did it. I stopped at a station. I use it for chatting and selling tickets. Yeah, when I was on holiday in February, I did try it for ticket selling. It actually worked quite well for that. But I've just got shortcuts on the steering wheel for that now. They're very noisy passengers for this time of the morning. Come on then. Ready to off to St Neots. I knew you would stop at a stop. I didn't doubt you for a second. Yeah, fancy missing 3 stops in a row. It would never happen. I did. Yeah, thanks for the confidence there, Liam. Right, St Neots a little bit closer then, 6 miles. Yeah, so I'll start getting back into doing a Saturday afternoon stream. Obviously, St Neots. We stream on a Sunday afternoon with some flight. I'm speeding. Won't be streaming next Friday. But I might try and do something on the Thursday instead. So yeah, next weekend's streams are going to be a bit muddled. I won't be streaming on the Friday. I will be streaming on the Saturday and then won't be streaming on the Sunday. So we'll try and do a few more streams on the Saturday. The next stop is St Neots. Change here for services up, down, left and right. But it's probably not... Now, see, if you were good, Liam, you could actually see where it went from St Neots, if you were quick enough, see, on the Googles. Because the one after St Neots is... Sandy? Didn't know it was a place. Which you probably can't change to go anywhere from Sandy. I don't like this restrictive speed limit thing going on as well. Right, 4 miles to St Neots. How many on time? Due to arrive at 4:32.0. My ETA is 4:32.03. That's not bad. And 3 miles to go. Oh, I nearly whistled at that one. See, I'm over keen on the whistling. Oh, there's my one. Please make it two-tone, couldn't they? Right, try and bring the speed up a bit. I'm going to fail on the braking. That's what's going to let me down. Right, coming up to St Neots, up slow, reverse 2. Sounds like a dance move. Tonight I'll be performing the up slow, reverse 2. Is that thunder and lightning? Yeah, there's definitely lightning out there. I don't think you hear the thunder. Oh, another train. They're both either to King's Cross or Peterborough. Oh, okay. Yes, I mean you can't change to go anywhere else. That's where they say change here for. Change here for services up and down. Yeah, you can't go east and west. We can only carry on this train or go back where you just come from then. Basically. So you can either return to where it was we just came from or carry on. Why is that red light bigger than my green light? Got light envy.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Rocking Out Sim, thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated. The next stop is St Neots. Change here for services back where you came from. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Of course, I braked way too early. because, you know, it's a thing I do. You got there in the end, yeah. Change here if you wish to live. Yeah. If you wish not to die, get off the train and get off now. Don't look back. Don't take any personal belongings with you. Just get out and get out fast. It's definitely blustery. Look at the amount of people. Flipping heck, it's 4:30 in the morning. Where are all these people going? What's going on in St Neots at 4:30 in the morning? Is this something we don't know? Is Neots party central? That's a lot of people for 4:30 in the morning. Right. Sandy Station. Oh, got timeless bonus for that. I mean, the plus on points, that won't last. The Southerners, absolutely mental. Mr. Rocking Out Sim, thanks for the host. Right, 7 miles to go to Sandy. Place I've never heard of. I think it's making up place names. It doesn't actually exist, surely. Where do you live? Sandy. It's not a place. They're just describing what the condition of the ground is like. If you can't make up your mind, wait here for the Sims and Stuff tourist bus replacement service. Yeah, is there an OMSI line that runs to St Neots? That's still a thing that I want to do one day. We talked about this before, is linking Sims, which would be good for a Saturday afternoon. I couldn't put it out on YouTube or anything else, but I suppose I could. Is to train sim from Swindon, where I live, to somewhere that I can then fly from. And then fly to a place that's then I can jump into, or maybe on the way into Euro trucks to drive somewhere, and then into Fernbus to drive somewhere. And maybe do a couple of bits of it as multiplayer. So I could do the Euro truck bit, the flight bit as multiplayer, and the beginning and the end as single player. That could be quite cool. Could be Bridlington or Blackpool for all we know. Well, yeah, you never know. Right, 75 limit. Just about hit. Yeah, I don't know where on the map Sandy is. It's obviously somewhere on this map. Where's next? So it's near Biggleswade, which again, I made up place name. I've actually heard of Biggleswade. I've never heard of Sandy. It's going to be a blustery winter's early morning run. It's a really nice time of the day. I do like early mornings. I was up this morning at 10 to 5. And it was so nice. Peaceful, it's quiet. Apparently it's a £5 to walk around Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Okay. That's some information. I went to Blackpool last year for about 10 minutes. A stab-proof vest rental, yes. Right, 4 miles to go to the place that doesn't exist. Is it a bit like Brigadoon, Sandy? Does it only appear every 100 years? No, 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 no. Right. Oh, that's some speeding. Agadoon. No, Brigadoon. I haven't been to Blackpool Pleasure Beach for, blimey, 20 years? One of the Simpsons stuff outings this year was going to be Alton Towers, but that didn't become a thing. Train Swindon to Sheffield, fly Sheffield to Hamburg, Omsey to Hamburg. Yeah, but is there a train line that I can do to get from Swindon to Sheffield? Why fly from Sheffield? See, I had this before. I was trying to work out where I can get a train to that's close enough to an airport. The only one really is Birmingham, which is actually connected to, apart from Gatwick. Yeah, so I stopped about 10 minutes last year on the way back from the Lake District. Literally took a picture of the tower and got back in the car. But it was full of people that holiday in Blackpool is all I can say there. Bing. Oxygen thieves. Yep, that's the ones. It's like the English version of Benidorm. Oh, it is. Trust me. Leggings, Reebok Classics. Yeah, I'm just painting a picture there. Right, so into Sandy we come. Nearly on time. We're not doing too bad. I won't get a timeliness bonus, obviously, because, it's me. And that's just the blokes. Yeah, leggings and Reebok Classics, yeah. If you are watching and you haven't done already, there's a link to the YouTube channel where this will be going out, but other content from me as well. Yeah, Blackpool, it is the Benidorm of the North. Well, it's just become one of those cheap resorts, isn't it, really? But it makes money. People enjoy going there. That's what it's all about. God, it's rocking here as well. At least it's in Lancashire. How is it this busy? It's 20 to 5 in the morning. Right, off to Biggleswade. 3 miles. Sandy. Just going to bed. Well, yeah, they could have been out in Peterborough raving all night and get the first train back. I've known people do that in London. Get a train from Swindon up to London at about 11 o'clock at night. And the last trains up to London, go out clubbing, and then make your way back for the first train back home in the morning. You can get a train to Paddington and a train from Victoria or London Bridge to Gatwick or Luton. Yeah, I've always fancied the Eurostar because that would be quite a good trip to do on train sim. Is I could then do Swindon to London and then London to Paris. Whitby. Never been to Whitby. So I only spent like half an hour in the Lake District. I had a whistle-stop tour on the way back from Scotland last year. I definitely want to go back to the Lake District. I want to see more up north. Obviously went to Gaz's place in Grantham, and it's quite nice up there. Why hasn't someone done the channel? That's mad. It's only under, in the tunnel about half an hour or so. Swanage. Yeah, I quite like Poole actually. I say my go-to destination in the New Forest isn't far from Poole. Down that sort of way I like Christchurch. Southsea is my go-to destination. That's the sort of place I'd end up retiring to, is somewhere on the south coast. The next stop is Biggleswade. Change here for services absolutely nowhere. Back in a bit, just got to do some polishing. Okay, yeah, I was doing that earlier. Lara, drive it to Dover, then take a ship to Paris. Yeah, I could do train sim to London and then your ETS2 London to Paris, and then flight Paris to Hamburg, and then OMSI Hamburg. That could be quite interesting. Is Blackpool not on this game? I don't know if Blackpool Station's actually... I imagine it is on a line somewhere, but not on this route. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Biggleswade. Change here for Biggleswade. Okay, Biggleswade's busy. 4:45 in the morning. This must be the nightclubbers train. They've all been out clubbing all night and on the way home now. Sort of regretting getting up at 10 to 5 this morning. Owsley Station. Owsley? Where the hell's Owsley? They aren't making up place names, surely. You've got Chatham Main Line, that goes to Dover. Does it? I've got Chatham Main Line. Didn't realise Dover was a stop. It's the getting across London bit. If I want to be realistic, I'd want to do Swindon to say Paddington, and then be able to get from Paddington to whatever other mainline station in London it is that links south. Because I can't do, there isn't Swindon to Cheltenham and then Cheltenham to Birmingham and then Birmingham to Birmingham International. Because Birmingham International you can walk to the airport, so that would work to me if I can get a train that goes to Birmingham International and then fly from Birmingham to Paris, ETS to Paris to Hamburg, and then Hamburg in train sim if there's a bus stop at the well, it's ETS2, isn't it? That stops somewhere in the town. See, it's not easy linking sims. Or I could do sail away across the channel. You can get a train from Euston to Birmingham, but how do I get from Paddington to Euston? Blackpool North was in the Vulcan Productions Northern Lines DLC. Well, I'm still in a plus on the points, just about. Why you pretend? Well, yeah, okay. I suppose that is being quite strict. Ah, it doesn't exist anymore, Sam. I thought about trying to make a video go from the farming sim to Euro Truck sim to ship sim to American Truck sim to delivery. If there was a real town that was modelled in farm sim that was also then in Euro Truck, you could do that. So you can grow the crop and in theory pick it up from somewhere that was in Euro Truck. So oh god, this is getting complicated now, isn't there? Is there a farm for farm sim that's in a place that's modelled in ETS2? Because if there was, then that would work. I really want to get back into farm sim. I think that's going to be one for the winter. We'll set up another farm, because I did really enjoy that about 18 months ago when everyone was always on the farm and it's doing stuff. Cheetah. Oh, Sam's found it. What? Blackpool. Big place up north with a tower and full of candy floss and kiss me quick hats. Alright, so in we comes at Arlesleigh, another place they've made up. Oh, Cheddar. Yeah, but there isn't a train station at Cheddar. Or ETS2 doesn't go to Cheddar. See, you got to think of these things, Hillsman. Even Blackpool, that's why you asked. Okay. Yeah, that's why I wanted a line that goes through Swindon. And there is one, thankfully. Right, I'll slurp me orange while they're loading. It's busy here as well, isn't it? Lorries go to Cheddar every day. Yeah, but not in ETS2. That's what I said. Is there a town in ETS2 that's modelled or has a farm in Farm Sim? Ready to hitch in. Hitchin a ride. 5 miles to Hitchin. I'm actually quite liking this train now. Right, be careful not to speed. 4 miles to Hitchin. Farm Cinemas Cheddar. Weymouth is close by via train, then Euro truck from there. Weymouth's not close to Cheddar. Highbridge and Burnham's probably closer. Choo choo indeed, Ben. Yeah, Highbridge and Burnham, because that's on the Bristol line that we sort of did earlier. It might be in reverse. There might be a map farm sim in America that will work the same way. Ah, yeah. I just think that would be quite cool in that same sort of cross-platform simulation thing, that you could grow the crop in farm sim and then drop it at the place you sell it at in farm sim, and then in American truck or Euro truck transport goods from roughly that place to somewhere. That would be quite good, because you're following the whole thing. Oh, damn it, speeding. Well, I was in a plus on the points. So they just get the cows to walk to Hamburg. Well, there you go. Now cut out the middleman. Have the cows walk to Hamburg. I'm braking way too early. How are we doing on time? We were due in at Hitchin at 4:55. It's now 4:57. I was wondering what this thing was here. I thought, why is there that mound in front of me, that like a cloud thing? Just realised it's the arc of the windscreen wipers. Don't. Right, 1.5 miles to Hitchin. So we are getting closer to that there landing. Still got quite a blustery sort of noise. It said it was summer, but weather's not great, is it? Although it's the UK, so it could be anything. Alright, in we come to Hitchin. Ben, thanks very much for the host. You could say the weather outside is frightful. You could say that. I could sing it, but, copyright and all that. As soon as I get to America, there'll be meatloaf. We had this discussion the other day. Meatloaf is an American thing, isn't it? Very American thing. I don't even think it exists over here. It's like biscuits and gravy. So what the hell's all that about? Stop. There we go. At least the fire inside is delightful. Yes. Well, yes, he was born in Texas. Oh, for God's sake. No, not the... Oh, dear. Hello again, Liam. No wonder people don't say anything on the Discord, if even the conversation between us all in the streams just spirals. Alright, come on in. Let's be Stevenage, my town. With an idge. Or says someone sneeze. Yes, they do. There's people sneezing. Haggis, I would say, is our closest thing. What, to meatloaf? Really? Never tried haggis either. Right, we've got a 125 section coming up, but we've only got 4 miles to go to Stevenage. Beef Wellington is closer. What, to meatloaf? But that's got pastry around the outside of it, isn't it? I don't even know what meatloaf consists of. Oh, a bit of a lane change. It's just mincemeat roasted. Oh, okay. You get it in M&S. What, meatloaf? Maybe a bat out of hell. Oh dear, oh dear. They are getting worse, aren't they? Yeah, if you are new and you want to see more of these antics, subscribe to the YouTube channel. The link is there. The Discord one will be around soon. Meatloaf and haggis. Okay. I haven't bought anything in M&S for ages. What are we on about? Food, Liam. So just as we start to get a move on, we're going to have to come to a stop at Stevenage. I can actually smell my dinner cooking from downstairs. I've got it in a slow cooker. It smells not really, really spicy. Put a chicken jambalaya mix. And it smells really spicy. Right, 1.4 miles. Pot noodle sandwiches, that was a whole discussion the other day. And then super noodle sandwiches, which I did used to have when I was younger. My go-to snack right now is cheese on toast with Tabasco. I haven't got any Tabasco. I haven't got any cheese. I've got bread, which makes a change. My fridge consists of some utterly butterly, a bottle of orange juice, and some ham. Right, into Stevenage we come. Oh, it's rocking here as well. Very full fridge I have there. Well, you know, I ran out of cheese once. I did Spam and Tabasco. It didn't work. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, I'm going to Tabasco. I'm going shopping after the stream. Right, come on in. Next station is Nebworth. In 2 miles. You're going Morris books. Are you? Okay, that's the thing. You're going to Morrison's tonight. That's where I'm going, say, after I come off here. All around Steve's at 6 p.m. for cheese on toast with Tabasco. Bring a Bible. It'll be a short discussion because I'm streaming at 6:30. You got a whole £6.50 to spend. Whoop whoop. Well, I had money held back yesterday because I thought my car might have failed the MOT, but it passed. So, yeah, I filled it up with fuel earlier, which cost me 80 quid. I need to go to Sainsbury's so I can be bothered to park the bus. Have a pot noodle, please, curry flavour. Yeah, I don't like the curry pot noodles. Have a pot noodle, it's chicken and mushroom, that's it. And you can't have the normal pot noodles because they're just tiny, so you've got to go for the king pot noodle. Why don't just scrap the normal one and only make the king one? I don't know. Right, into Nebworth we come. When the music festival's on. You're currently painting a comfort class. Very nice. I prefer the 2-minute microwave noodles. Yeah, I used to like super noodles. They create a lot of washing up. Right, here we are at Nebworth. Definitely a rowdy bunch, aren't they? that just got very quiet. Oh, no, there we go. Right, come on in. Let's go on to the next station stop. Welling North Station. Oh, the very spicy ones. Yeah, Larwood on here actually got me onto some noodles that come in like 3 different sachets of spices. And God, they were nice. I need to get some more of those, actually. Normally you get noodles that just come with a flavour thing. These came with like 3 little sachets. I didn't even make them right. Apparently not, no. I just made them the same way that I make noodles. I just did the boiling water, put them in, and then added the flavours. It tasted nice. They were hot. The best noodles are Nando's noodles. I've never had a Nando's. Right, Welling North is 1.8 miles away. Piri piri. I like piri piri stuff. Can you imagine having that many passengers getting on and off your bus? OMSI 2 will just crash, or if you have a really good graphics card, lag hard. Yeah. Or a firm bus would take an absolute age for that many passengers. It's a tunnel. Yeah, that's what I've heard. It's just an overpriced KFC, basically. You'd need to skyline it, yeah. Right, Welling North we are now at. That was actually quite a good stop there for me. That weren't bad at all. I'll take that. Which is good, because I'm not doing it again. A bit far from the end. Right, come on in people, let's go off to the next one. Welling Garden City Station. Okay. 1.6 miles. What's the point of having stations 1.6 miles apart? So I imagine every train that stops at this one stops at that one. So why don't you just get rid of one of the stations? People can travel another mile and a half, surely. Haven't seen that many trains coming the other way, have we? Oh, right, we've got a 30 coming up down here. Keep up the good work. We might make a train engineer out of you yet, yeah. Stop, I left my suitcase behind. Tough. Have you tried a Carolina Reaper before? What the hell's a Carolina? Sounds like a cocktail. The world's hottest chili. I thought it was one of the ghost chilies. Yeah, I do like spicy food, but it's probably a bit too hot. Yeah, if I have a curry, it's a vindaloo, which isn't hot to me at all now. Right, slow down to 30, way too early. So there is a train coming somewhere. Oh, there it is. You never get if you just joined. Saturday night we do multiplayer Euro Truck, starting at 6:30. Trucking and tunes. So a few of us on, play some music, do some trucking, and generally have a great time. That's in 4 hours' time. Korma is like chicken soup to me. Yeah, well, some people don't like spice, do they? But now, you know, vindaloo is just normal to me. Swindon are playing at 5:30 in the Cup qualifier, are they? Well, that's a shame. I grew some of my own Scotch bonnet chilies and they're hot enough for me. Yeah, see, I don't actually cook. So I don't use... If I grew chilies, I just end up... They'd be dying. You got stopped by a mod. No, auto mod. Didn't like the comment. I can allow it. There we go. Train ready to proceed to Hatfield Station. Traffic might be busy. Yeah, I'm not going towards the town centre though. If they're playing at home, I'm going the other way. Hello, let's go. First time here. Welcome, Lord Secret Spy. There's a chili pepper, South African. Oh God, that was bad. They're on TV. Okay. Right, 2 miles to Hatfield. Chili. Chile. Chile. You could have a chili in Chile. You love my Orms videos. Thank you very much, Lord Secret Spy. Much appreciated. There's a new one coming out on Monday, and it's in Mallorca. Look out for me in my Where's Wally outfit. Yeah, I'll be nowhere near the county ground at 5:30. I shall be right here. Well, not here. I'll be downstairs. Right, it's going to start getting busier now, I think. How about Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? What the hell? This is getting really random now. Who are they playing? Oh, I don't know. Football. 22 sweaty blokes kicking a bag of wind around a bit of grass. Doesn't appeal to me at all. I can smell my dinner. It's smelling really spicy. I need to go and stir it. Right, into Hadfield. Wigan. Well, that's a team then, isn't it? So Swindon's going to be full of Wigan fans then. Glad I didn't go into town today. Right, welcome to Hatfield. I'll pick them up on my bus. Well, the Swindon fans. You probably only need one bus. There wouldn't be many of them. Actually, apparently years gone by, they used to be full, which is why they revamped the stadium. Wigan, change here for Wigan. No, it's not Wigan, are we? Where are we? Bloody Hatfield. Change here for places near Hatfield. Mate, she mentioning Wigan. I got sidetracked. Potter's Bar. Someone say bar? Mine's a pint. A smart car will do. I don't know what the attendance is. It's in the thousands. It's busy. I have been across the Magic Roundabout, because the Magic Roundabout, which is one of the things Swindon's famous for, is right next to the football stadium, conveniently. And I have been across there when it's been sort of kicking out time at the football, and it's like, flipping heck, it's busy. And a conveniently placed Burger King right the other side of the Magic Roundabout does quite well on match days. Right, 4 miles to go to Potter's Bar. And I'm doing the speedy thing. Arsenal versus Matalan. I was just thinking the same thing, Sam. Why is Arsenal playing Matalan? Is it the Matalan works team? He got Bob from accounting in goal. Fred from the warehouse is in defence. Yeah, I was never... football was never drummed into me as a kid. My dad's a Crystal Palace fan. One brother was a Liverpool fan. The other brother's a Swindon Town fan. Matalan FC, yeah, exactly. Right, 2 miles to go to Potter's Bar. But it's from round mine on match day. When I was a kid it was. I wouldn't even entertain with putting football on now. Oh, that's some speeding. Whizzing through the station. Minus 1,000, minus 1,100 points now. Oh. I'm back to 75. Scumbag. You thought I'd have a Swindon Town season ticket. One of my brothers does. No, I've never been to the Swindon Town ground to watch a game. I've never watched a football match in a stadium. I think the last full match I watched was when England were in the World Cup. Trying to read chat and break. Pay attention to the signals. Yellow means slow down. I was reading chat. This isn't easy, you know. England may win the World Cup tomorrow. Don't tell Blinky though. Well, we'll have to do that later on the stream then. I'm guessing he'll be up and joining us for some trucking later. It's coming home. Not the football one, it isn't. Pablo de Souza, doing good, thank you very much. Hope you're doing okay on this lovely Saturday. Proceed to Oakley Station. I can go buy some new sunglasses. Yes, I know the spelling's different. Is this the new 365 Armstrong Powerhouse pack? No. I need to look at that actually. No, this is the stock 365. Right, Oakley Park in 4 miles. Yeah, probably wise, Liam. So we are getting closer to that there London. And some speeding going on again. Is that a budgie you can hear in the background? No. There's the ping when you go over the AWS type thingies. Oh, no, unless one of my neighbours has got a budgie. Or is it a parrot on my shoulder? You're late, Steve. Speed up. I'm speeding up. I'm only 4 minutes late. That's not bad for me. Someone needs to clean this window though, because we got the Arc of Doom. 4 is speeding up, 1 is tootling. Well, I'm having a tootle. Leave me alone with my tootling. I'll go to 2. I've got to slow down again in a minute. There, see, I'm slowing down again now. Don't see many of them things around, do you? The old gas things. You're doing better than the Real English Rail Services. What, by only being 4 minutes late? It's not bad over how long have we been going this journey? Hour and 20-minute journey? I panicked for a second then, thought that was my station. So, well, I'm never going to stop there. Reminds me of my train yesterday. We were already 7 minutes late, so rather than open the door at the station, the conductor continued to check tickets. That's just mad. First, technically they've arrived at the station, so it counts with their time, but they're not actually opening the doors. Yeah, there's a few in Swindon. I think they're all gone now. Right. Into Oakley Park we come. Home of the sunglasses. So bad, I said it twice. I've been on a train to Scarborough before with a return, no one checked ticket on the way there. I could have saved money and just bought a single back. Yeah, but you just don't know, do you? There are people who will do that. Haven't Southern Rail been caught stopping at stations on the service just to save time? Yeah, I don't think, because of the gas infrastructure now, they don't need the expansion tank storage things, whatever they were called. Right, where's next? New Southgate compared to Old and Gareth. Right, 75-mile limit. I don't think we're going to get in a plus on the points for this one because we're minus 1,673. So I think scoring points is going to be hard. Yes, Liam, Gareth Southgate. It's another one, 1.6 miles apart. Why don't they demolish those two stations and build one in the middle? Done. We're doing a massive regeneration of the town centre. It's costing billions. I don't see the point. The town is dying. Yeah, Swindon's a bit like that. Yeah, cheers Liam. Have a good afternoon. Right, so into New Southgate we come. Slowly. Still windy out there. Shopping online is killing the high streets. Yes, it is. I wouldn't want to work in normal retail anymore. I've done my stint in normal retail. I think the only retail that's safe to a certain degree is obviously food, clothing, mostly, and DIY. Although home base are pretty much shut. End up being just Wix and B&Q. The way it's going to be pulling shopping centres down and building flats. Well, yeah, a lot of shopping centre, town centres are ending up like that. Say Swindon Centre, Argos is closing. A lot of the major stores have gone in the town centre. It's just not great at all. People want out of town. They want to be able to park for free. Wander around a few larger shops. Ali Pali is next. Well, supermarkets will survive. You can buy paint in Tesco's these days. Yeah, someone used to work in the paint industry. That's not good. Okay, Ben. Yeah, I spent a number of years working in retail, and then moved to trade environments, which were a lot better. Right, Ali Pali is next in 1 mile. Yes, indeed. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that there are trade paints and retail paints. Tux does a bit of painting, and I worked in a decorator's merchant for 11 years. And people don't know that, yes, you can pick up 5 litres of paint in Tesco's for £5, but you end up doing 8 laps of your living room just to get to cover. Whereas if you go and buy a trade paint, you'll pay slightly more for it, but you'll do it in 1 or 2 coats. Where people think, oh look, I can pick up my cornflakes and some paint. That's going to be great. You can buy paint you can buy anything in Tesco's. Science has gone too far. I think we'll end up with supermarkets or shops here. We got a bit huge Asda Walmart here in the north side of Swindon that used to sell everything. And I think we will end up with those sort of shops that you see in America, where you can go in, do your shopping, buy a TV, which you can do that anyway in Tesco's, buy some tyres for your car, and pick up a new rifle. They'll all be able to do everything. Right, Finsbury Park is next. Those old-fashioned sort of stores. It's great if they can keep going. I sort of work in an environment like the Two Ronnies sketch, where they go in and go 4 candles, which is awesome. But I'd love to work in a proper old hardware store like that, where you can go in and pick up anything. Right, Finsbury Park. Is our next stop. In 2 miles, we're going past Hornsey and Haringey. Washing machine, paint, bread, milk, cornflakes, lawnmower. Exactly, you just go and buy the whole lot. Move into a new house and go and buy everything in one shop. We use one at work. The place is brilliant. Right, it says Finsbury Park at the bottom of the map. Yeah, and places like that rely on knowledge as well. Rely on the fact that the person you're going to talk to behind the counter is going to know what they're on about. Which is the environments I've worked in for the last 20 years, where customers come in and expect you to know what you're talking about, because they don't. And it's great. You go into B&Q, not knocking B&Q and Wix and all that, and they don't necessarily know. They'll tell you what aisle a hammer is in, but they won't tell you what hammer you need for the jobs you want to do. Or they'll tell you where the paint is, but they won't be able to give you advice on what paint you need. So we need more shops like that. We need to revert back to proper advice. Even when I worked for Currys many years ago, we had training on the products, and we would give customers advice on what they need and what they're going to be using it for. And now you go into Currys and you don't get that. Damn it. I saw a red light and panicked. Yeah, Bunnings took over Homebase, which they're now shutting them all. I've got a fly in here. Afternoon Chaos. Well, at least we know the emergency brake application thing works. Bunnings here is actually quite good. It's a big warehouse store like B&Q or what have you, but usually each area has a person there who actually knows what they're talking about. Well, that's what you want. My wife was told in Currys that a laptop was a better gaming option than a PC. What? That's mad, isn't it? I'm surprised Amazon don't have stores. They have in America. They've actually got physical stores where before you shop in the store, I think you go and set up a like an RFID device or something, and you go in the store, you tap in, and you just pick up the goods off the shelf and walk out with them, and it charges you on the way out. So the paint guy and the nursery guy, and so yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, they bought Homebase over here, and they're all shutting. We had 4 Homebase stores in Swindon, and I think they're all going to be closed soon. Proceed to King's Cross, our final stop. Sales based, not knowledge based. Yeah, exactly. They're all about the commission. Which when I worked for Currys, it was like that. We had to sell the extended warranty, and a percentage of our sales had to be in value the extended warranty, and that's all it was about. It's changed now, but they made profit on the extended warranties, so you're forced into selling the extended warranties. But a lot of it was people would come in for advice on what wash machine they wanted, and you'd have to ask questions. Well, how many times do you do a wash? How many people are there in the house? What sort of stuff are you washing? And you'd point them towards the right thing. It wouldn't be about the money. And the way I've always sold stuff, and I've been in sales, 30 years nearly, is that I never think about the money. It's about making sure the customer gets what the customer wants. And that hasn't gone down well sometimes with various managers I've worked for and companies I've worked for. But I'm not in the business of ripping people off, because if I do that, they won't come back. So if someone is spending too much money on something, I'll tell them. Anyway, 1.74 miles, and we are at the end of our destination. End of our destination, end of our journey. Once we arrive here, I will end, and then we'll be back at 6:30 tonight for Trucking and Tunes. Saturday night fun with some ETS2 in multiplayer. We had 8 of us last week. Hopefully we're going to get 9 this week. That would be awesome. For some trucking, starting in Hamburg at 6:30, and then depending on how that goes, may go on a bit longer again like we did last week, and yeah, might even stay on and do something after trucking. That's Robert Dias. Same kettle, 5 times the price in Wilkinson's. Yeah, it's about the sales. And it's a shame, those people that are commission based, which again we were when I worked at Currys, you want to earn the money. In order to earn the money, you've got to upsell. You've got to encourage people to spend as much money as you can, because you earn more the more you sell. Same with car salesmen, etc. So you can't blame the person for wanting to earn money, but as a consumer, it doesn't do you any favours. Which is why a lot of people now will do research online, will go in and know exactly what they want, and will generally only buy at a high street store when they want it now. When you want the convenience of being able to go and get it straight away. got a yellow, and we got a 15 mile an hour. Go in for an intersit, walk out with a melee. Exactly. Because they'll also use scare tactics on saying, oh, these things will break down and you need the warranty. I bought something on Amazon the other day and it asked me if I wanted to take out a warranty on it. I said, what? Oh, a new network switch I've got coming today. If you want to go and pick up from Morrison's. Asked me if I wanted to take out a warranty on it. So it's a network switch. That's why Comet went out of business, yeah. And Curry, yeah, because Curry's and PC World now have amalgamated. Yeah, I can see Curry's being the next one to go. Argos will still do well because there's no salesman and it's a really great system, although they are changing the way some of their stores are. But yeah, lots of changes coming in retail. Online is going to be king. You know, Amazon will rule the roost. And I think Amazon will end up opening physical stores. I think we will go back to having a physical store. But anyway, let's talk about retail. I'm sure the random chat will continue in the trucking stream this evening. But if you're watching this on YouTube, Train Sim will be back in 2 weeks' time. So every other Tuesday there will be a Train Sim stream. So if you're enjoying it, give the video a thumbs up if you've survived the hour and 45 minutes that it's been on. And there we are. We have arrived at King's Cross. Minus 3,469 points. Yeah, so that went well. Yeah, so don't forget, Trucking and Tunes is a great Saturday night bit of fun. Tonight from 6:30 on Twitch. If you've got ETS2 and Truckers MP, more than welcome to join us. Starting in Hamburg on Sim Server 2 at 6:30. Details of the truck we're going to be using are posted in the Discord server. Thanks to everybody that's chatted today, much appreciated. Thanks for the subscription and the follows and the hosts. Well done. That was a successful drive. Well, it wasn't. It ended up minus 4,278 points. Yeah, that was a lot of issues going on there, wasn't it? But there we go. Yeah, really enjoyed that. Good to be back doing some Train Sim again. Great to see more people watching, which is fantastic. We'll be back in 3.5 hours time for some trucking, and then back tomorrow afternoon for some flight. So trains, trucks and planes is the theme for this weekend, and coaches last night. Thanks everybody for watching, chatting, and yeah, hopefully enjoying. I'll catch you in a few hours time.